I could just tell you like this. Major League Baseball All-Star Week, it used to be incredible. People will hold the presses. They'll be like, stop the presses. It's the All-Star game. You didn't mess around. One thing you weren't going to do is miss the All-Star game. One thing you weren't going to do was miss all of that glory. The Major League Baseball All-Star game was something that was passed on from generation to generation. And to look at it now and see what it is today, it's a shell of itself. It's a complete shell than what it used to be and what it's supposed to be. Hit the like button so they can know that you're real. But it has totally surprised me. It is really fallen off. And the reason that it has fallen off mainly is when you look at the sport, you know, Mike Trout is one of the best baseball players in the world. I've known him since the high school World Series and all that. I knew he was great. How many people really know who Mike Trout is? Not many. And he's the best player in baseball. Now, he's been suffering from back spasms lately, but he's still the best player in baseball. Not one of them. They're not marketed the way they used to be, but they get hundreds of millions of dollars. But that's because you have a lot of great baseball players. It's not a lot of personalities anymore. The African American representation in baseball has been reduced to almost non-existent. And because of that, a lot of the flair is gone. A lot of the style is gone. And now the game has become corny. It's become boring to some people. And baseball has been trying to find ways to jazz things up. Some places they've taken out the Take Me Out to the Ball game and start playing hip hop and Drake songs to try to keep the younger people engaged. And it's like, well, we're gonna spice things up. They shorten the time the pitcher spends on the mound in between pitches. Like, he's got a time limit now to get the ball off. You know, they're trying to do anything they can to keep. They're doing anything they can to keep. Okay. That's the slowest moving ambulance I've ever seen. They're doing anything they can to try to keep that narrative alive. And the narrative is that Major League Baseball is doing all right. That's what I felt like they was chasing. Well, you got to understand that Major League Baseball has made changes throughout its entire history on how they're going to run, how they're going to operate, their decision making, all of these things that they're doing. MLB has made it clear that they don't care about marketing to us, and it's hurting the game really, because everything keeps circling back to us. Now you didn't try to do everything to X us out of the game. Now you realize you need us. We're the influential, okay? We're the ones that people look up to. They follow our trends. If we don't like it, y'all won't like it. If we don't think it's cool, your kids won't think it's cool. And because of that, you have to implement us in it. Just can't jack the swag no more. And another reason why the All-Star game has fallen off. And this is another main reason. Weekdays. Having the All-Star game on a weekday, no matter if it's summertime or not, it's still a weekday. People got to go to work. People got stuff to do. They got grocery shopping. I mean, on a Tuesday night, I don't want to be watching the All-Star game. There's no feel of importance. Feel like a everyday thing. It's Tuesday night, the All-Star game. I'm like, an All-Star game on a Tuesday? It's like, come on. I mean, you don't care enough about your All-Star situation to make it a weekend where people could travel and actually go? They got to take off work to go? One week it was on the 4th of July. One year it was. I don't know who their competition committee is, who make these votes on what's good and what's not good and what's acceptable, but from the way I see it, it's all over the place. I don't know if they would ever recover, but all I could tell you is baseball is in trouble. They know it. I know it. Everyone around them seems to know it. I'm just hoping they figure it out one day and realize that everything they're doing is null and void at this point.
Go find some, sir.
Yeah, the little portable air coolants. I think it's called Arctic Ice. I thought they were on the end cap.
Those will actually be over in the garden.
Garden?
Yeah,
Okay.
in the garden department. I think it's going to be aisle 29, I think.
Okay.
So all the way towards the south end of the store.
All right, thanks. So, many people who make these assumptions realizations that this is what's what, or this is how we should do it. All right, there we go. So right where I walked in the first time. Okay, I'm here. Let's see if it's here. But like I was saying, they got some decisions to make. Because MLB has once again started changing the narratives. And now they're trying to pivot back. They're seeing all the numbers dwindling down. And they can't figure out why they can't get the young audience. They can't get the young fans. They get the smaller kids, but they're not getting the teenagers. Because teenagers are all on their phones and they're bored. And if their parents don't bring them to the game, they really don't want to go. Because like I said, you have nothing exciting. You have no flair. You have baseball, great baseball players, no stars. No personality. You know? You think about all the people that played baseball that we knew, that had style and personality. You know, Sammy Sosa didn't really speak English that much at all, but Slamming Sammy was always there, going in, blowing them kisses, doing his takeoff. We knew Mark McGuire. We knew all these players back then. Griffey didn't talk that much, but he was promoted. Stars. We knew all of these guys. So I just don't get it. I really just don't get it. Why is this happening over and over again? It is not making any sense. Major League Baseball's got to make changes, or they're going to continue to have dismal numbers as you're seeing right now. You know, I looked at the those little what they call it, forgot what it's called, but I looked at them the other day and to see how they were moving about, you know, doing the right things and you know, making the right plays as far as decisions on promoting to the audience, and they just not doing it. They just, Major League Baseball is like 10 steps behind. So I mean, yeah, back when we had Strawberry, you had everybody back then. The Big Hurt. They didn't have to talk that much. They had personality. They had a character. They had a name. You had dudes that argued with the refs. It was great watching Milton Bradley lose it and completely go off. That was entertainment. You know, now it's like, I can't get jiggy with this. It's all over the place. Now, you think about me. I'm a whole different individual. I'm not the individual that's gonna tell you things are bad when it's good. I'm gonna just tell you the truth, flat out. I'm not hating on Major League Baseball. We grew up watching baseball. It was a fun sport. Now it's something you don't even care about watching. When you start thinking about the All-Star game or anything of the sort, I must have seen it somewhere else because I can't find it here. I'm looking at the charts and I see the numbers and things just don't add up to me. When I look around and I think MLB, I think of all the opportunity that's out there. You know, all of the I was gonna say I was gonna get really ticked off if that was my car. I'm like, when did I get hit? Go to the security camera. Man, if one player makes $500 million in baseball, they pay that man $500 million. Baseball know it's in trouble. Well, baseball is played more by Asians. Japan, baseball is huge. In Japan, they play more baseball than basketball. In China, they play more basketball than baseball. The NFL Pro Bowl, absolutely. The Pro Bowl, the problem is nobody wants to play it. That's mostly on the players, what happened to the Pro Bowl. All the big name stars who make the Pro Bowl, they'll blow it off. They don't feel like going. They just be like, why ruin my vacation to go out there? So people would turn down going to Hawaii, which made them not want to go back to Hawaii again, and they just start putting it anywhere to make it more convenient for the athlete. And they still don't want to go. How many times you seen the Pro Bowl and you seen your favorite player get selected only for him not to show up? You've seen it a lot, right? Right, I just put it out there because it needed to be put out there. But other than that, I'm having a hard time understanding the disconnect, the discord. I'm having a hard time understanding that. No, NHL All-Star game does quite well, actually, because their stars actually show up and want to play and want to be in it. And the fact that it happens in the middle of the season, where the Pro Bowl happens at the end of the season, which is totally backwards. Because now when you have the Pro Bowl, season's over. People that went through a whole season of getting smacked around. They just want to go to no pads. They want to get this stuff off. They don't want to play another game. They can care less who sees them and signing fans and doing interviews. They want to be done with the season. They're anxious. They look forward to the months off. He said, wow, just got the notification. Well, at least you got one. Most people don't. They don't get it at all. I didn't hear what LeVar Ball said about Kwame. I haven't seen that yet. Somebody just put that in the comment section. No, Major League Baseball, they did everything in their power to eliminate and price out the African American. They made it expensive for you to go to these baseball camps to get real training. They made it very expensive so that the average kid in the hood is not thinking about playing baseball when it is the best sport around, with health benefits, insurance, guaranteed money, everything. So to eliminate that process, they outpriced the African Americans. Now, what has that done? It has hurt their numbers. They have a bunch of great baseball players with no personalities, no stars. But then they want to advertise to the younger people. So now you playing hip hop music at the baseball games, but don't have any African American players out there on the field. I'd be like, that dude's from the Dominican Republic. You don't have any black players out there. And then you want to just take our music, our style, and try to promote your sport. It don't work. You have a bunch of great players, but you lost your personality, your style, your flair, your swag. All that's gone. They're not memorable. You don't have a bunch of memorable players. You just got a bunch of good baseball players. Then your All-Star game is going down tonight. It's like a Tuesday night, the All-Star game. It's like, that's mean to the rest of the world. You don't even give a damn about it. You don't even have an All-Star weekend. You can't put baseball games on a weekend? Your All-Star events? The best part of All-Star weekend is the home run derby. But now, that's not even exciting. They thought, well, to make the game faster by making the pitcher pitch the ball quicker. That'll do it. So you changed the pitching on the mound. You take me out to the ball game. The accordion guy, he had to go. So now the accordion guy is gone. And you bringing in Drake and all this hip hop music that's supposed to get the young folks in. And baseball, man, it's it's a unique situation because now they've turned everything turned it on top of itself and put it on full display. It's so blatantly to see what they've lost. So a lot of people say it's hard to see. It's not hard to see for me. I see it right away.
Got it?
Mm-hmm. So when I come around and I start seeing people make decisions that's not legitimately based on facts, or they're just using, like, I don't hate Major League Baseball. I'm just telling the truth. They're not gonna push my videos or anything because of that fact. Because I put Major League Baseball and what's wrong with it. So many agendas taking place. People don't care anymore about having ethics or anything. What they care about is greasing their own pocket. See, we never was a part of the agenda. They just want to take. They want us to watch it, but they don't want us to have a part in it.
Please, would you like an e-receipt?
No.
Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
No problem. Yeah, but see, now they're saying that their plans are falling apart. Their plans is falling right on top of their heads, because now that you're losing out and you're wondering why the numbers is off, it's very easy to see why the numbers are. It don't take a rocket scientist to see the attention and all what they use as audience retention. It's easy to see why it falls off. How many baseball videos have I made? This one, and that's it. There's no flair anymore. Now the game is still the game, but it's just like no excitement no more. That's because in baseball, the reason why it's very successful is that it's a sport that can be played year-round in the South. It's a sport that's played in most of the Hispanic states. They can play and compete. In Japan, it's very popular. In China, it's popular. It's almost a worldwide sport. So baseball is watched, it's followed, it's more endorsed, and it's more team oriented. And people normally support the team. You ask anybody right now who watch baseball who their favorite team is. That's more than who's their favorite player. That's the only sport, probably next to the NFL, where people ask you, who's your favorite team? In the NBA, they ask you who your favorite player. That shows you how the sport has changed and pivoted from being a sport with individuality. The NBA need more team involvement and more team concept, and baseball need more individuality. They need more personalities, people to stand out. So each one needs something more to counterbalance it. Well, of course, baseball is going to sell merchandise because these are called baseball caps. Because these are the only sport in which you need a cap to play. It's hot out in the field. The sun's out there. You need these caps with this for a reason. That's why they're called baseball caps. You could put a basketball team name on it, but these are baseball caps. No other sport do you need it for. Maybe cricket, but I mean like major sports. No, they wear a lot of sun visors. More than baseball caps. A lot of them wear sun visors. In golf. Golfers use visors. The ones that just come like right here and their head is exposed. A lot of them wear those. Tiger goes with the full cap, but golf hats are different. They're not like those. Golf, they're more fitting on your head and they just have a visor. No. Boxing is definitely down because boxing don't have the personalities that they used to, and they suffer from the same problem as worse, is that nobody's fighting anybody anymore. We're back to that stage. The heavyweight division is gone. Floyd Mayweather is gone. Floyd Mayweather, everybody talked about they hate him, but he carried the sport for about 10 years. Now, without Floyd Mayweather, who do you have? You know, Terrence Crawford is the best boxer in the world, but yet he's struggling to get fights. Canelo's the only one people consider for pound because he's the only one fighting like every week. Yeah, Tyson Fury's retired. He's not going to come out and fight. Because there's hardly any boxers in the heavyweight division that has any real boxing ability. It's too far, few, and in between. Because there's other sports paying more money. Well, the players have Major League Baseball by the balls. The reason why is because they know baseball is afraid to have another strike. A strike would kill them. Because right now, people be like, okay, well, whatever. Those guys are going to go do other things, and they might not ever come back to baseball. When Jake Paul can just come into your sport and make it popular again, you've already lost. We need less of this in-house fighting. We need real fighters fighting real people. So we can have events. I don't mean a spoon-fed battle between one artist to another. I mean, one talented fighter versus a D-rated fighter, showcase fights that they're passing off on pay-per-view. I mean, PBC has just ruined boxing. Sad to say, but they have. Well, it's like I think Deion Sanders Prime was saying it's like $2,500 just to get started. And nowadays, more parents now, they're not handing baseballs to their kids. Most of the kids and sons who do the sports and play sports, you know, it's like normally whatever the first sport dad passes on down to his son. That's what they mean by America's pastime. It's the sport of baseball was passed down. That's what they call it, a pastime. The sport has been passed down. And it's America's pastime. It's been passed down from generation to generation to generation, just like every other sport, but it's America's pastime. Baseball. Where the dad goes out and plays catch with his son and pass the game over to him. You see, it meant something. It was about family. So baseball always had that family appeal. But now it's become like they're kind of divvying it up to what it used to be or what it needs to be. I think Mike Trout is still the best baseball player in Major League Baseball right now. Saw him in high school, saw him in the College World Series, I saw him in everything. And I said, that guy's a hitter. He ain't just a home run hitter, a slugger. He can hit. Most guys that's stocky, you know, those guys normally hitting home runs. But they're not very, you know, good base hitters, and who could pull it in and put it in spots, and they can go opposite side of the field. There's not too many people that can do that. When you can see a guy who can masterfully go opposite side of the field if he needs to, those are the great hitters. When they can go opposite side of the field, I look for those guys and the type of pitches that they're hitting. When you can recognize the pitch and locate the ball, no matter where it is. And you see most of those sluggers, they have problems locating the ball. John Olerud. John Olerud was great. Man, that Toronto lineup was masterful, man. You had Alomar, Devon White. Then you had John Olerud, Paul Molitor. You know, Joe Carter. Candy Maldonado. You had Dwight Stewart as your pitcher, your closer. I mean, that lineup was severe. Severe. Are you kidding me? That's when they won back to back. I used to play the Major League Baseball game. I used to play with Toronto. My buddy played with the Oakland A's, and those were the two best teams in the game. Our games would be a pitching duel. We'd go, every game was like 2-1, 1-0. That's how we were playing. It was severe. If you got a hit, that was it. We'll lock down on Major League Baseball all day long. Me and him would come in there and play MLB, and it was over. We'd be locked this day down. It's MLB, baby. And we talking like 94. Yeah, 94. That was like Major League Baseball 94, like on the Sega. Gary Sheffield. I mean, Sheffield was great. I don't know if he had the quickest bat, but he was up there. Yeah, my defense used to be unstoppable in Major League Baseball. My pitching was crazy, but his pitching was crazy also. We were the two best pitchers, like, playing that game. You wasn't going to score more than 2 runs on us at no time. Not with that time lineup we had. It really came down to the relief pitchers. And you got to get lucky. And I got lucky with a 2-run shot with Candy Maldonado, man. Man, you want to talk about somebody pissed? Because my buddy is competitive like me. He took that game hard. He was, what time you coming over tomorrow for MLB? His wife was getting mad because he was playing too many video games. Like, he was totally ignoring her. He finally had some competition. Normally, he had to go and wait till his buddy get off work. He had me there, and he was like, it's MLB time. And to see, I used to love to beat him because to see him lose it is like worth the price of admission. He would just lose it. Like, he would be banging on stuff, man. It was hilarious. He would totally lose it. Kenny Lofton, yeah, man, it was great leadoff guys. I think Lofton's son play, isn't he in the NFL? I think he got Kenny Lofton Jr. Oh, NBA? Okay, yeah. They said that's not his son? Oh, okay. I don't know, man. It's been weird. Trying to predict Major League Baseball, man. It's just really been interesting, to say the least, on what's going to happen, like who's the team that's going to win it. It's so up and down. Major League Baseball, they've even juiced the baseballs to try to make the game more exciting. Now they switch baseball. The baseball's been getting made by a company for 1 year. Then they switch. I get this out of here. That's Andre Dawson's signature on the baseball, but it's fading away. Rollins. World Series baseball. I got Dawson to sign a Cubs World Series ball, and it's fading, which sucks. Which means I got to get him to sign another one. Griffey Sr. was not like Junior. No, he was never like Griffey Jr. I'll tell you that now. His father was more of a hard-nosed player. Griff he had like a golf swing, and it was crazy how he used to swing, but he used to have success with it. But then as he got older, he got more size, and he started getting injured. and he was slow on his swing. It was more strikeouts, and he struggled when he went back to Cincinnati, his hometown. That sucked. That's why in baseball, it's like the worst thing you could do is play for your hometown. Oh, the Cubs still packed the house. We still got a packed house, and can't nobody even, like I told you, they predict teams and promote teams more than individuals. People are diehard Cub fans, and they can't tell you 3 people who's on the team. They be diehard for their team, but they don't even know who the hell playing for. That's how much team is promoted in baseball. It's about the logo more than the individual. Even the players that won championships, you'll know them because they won it. And you'll remember them forever. Other than that, it is the logo. No one's beating the Mets this year. The Mets are getting beat because they're the Mets. If you believe in the Mets, I got some invisible rain to sell you. I can sell you some invisible rain, guaranteed to keep you dry. Mets can't beat the Braves in a 7-game series. Hell no. I can't wait to make that bet. Meaning, I gotta go check my bets anyway. And see where I stand for future bets. But I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. I'm out.